Yes. Good morning. Welcome to the next session of Design of RC Structural Elements course. In the last class, we were doing certain problems in analysis of flanged section. We have come across with the two cases, that is, we have been solved XU, that is neutral axis lies or lesser than depth of the flange. That is the one case we have been solved. And the next case we have been solved is if the same neutral axis, that is XU, lies outside the flange or XU greater than DF, that case also we have been solved. So let us go ahead with some more problems today. So let me go ahead with some more problems today. So next is, today I will be going with calculate the ultimate moment of resistance. Calculate the ultimate moment of resistance. Ultimate moment of resistance of a T-beam using the following data. Okay. So calculate the ultimate moment of resistance of a T-beam. So they have been clearly specified. The flanged section is T-beam. Okay. Using the following data. Let us write down one by one what are all the data they have been given. The width of a flange equal to 1500 millimeter, 1500 millimeter. Next, depth of a flange 100 millimeter. Next, the third data is overall depth of a beam, or I can say flanged section or T-beam equal to 600 millimeter. Next, width of a rib or also I can say web. So the web portion of a T-beam is also called as a rib, which will be equal to 300 millimeter. Next, area of tensile steel equal to 2455 millimeter square. Next, effective cover, they have been given directly. Effective cover equal to 40 millimeter. Next, FCK, the grade of concrete, they have been given 20 Newton per millimeter square, and the grade of steel 415 Newton per millimeter square. So this is a problem they have been given. Calculate the ultimate moment of resistance of a T-beam using the following data. So these are all the data: width, depth, okay, overall depth of the beam, width of the web, area of tensile steel, effective cover. Okay. So now let us write down the things. So we are going to nomenclature certain things because they have been described, okay, as width. Let me nomenclature this, that is BF, that is width of a flange. Okay, so that is BF. Next, so depth of the flange DF, overall depth of the beam capital D, width of a web BWO, area of tensile steel, AST, okay, effective cover, D dash. Okay, so these are all the things they have been given in the problem. Okay, and here one more thing I want to write down here is this is effective width of a flange. Please note down, this is effective width of a flange. Okay, because if I am going to write down it as a width of a flange, then the first step is I need to calculate the effective width as per IS 456. In the last two problems we have been solved that particular case, how to arrive with the effective width of a flange when the effective width of a flange data is not given. But coming to this problem, in this particular problem, directly they have been given the effective width of a flange. Is it clear? Fine. So now, first let me write down the diagram so that you can clearly know what exactly they have been clearly specified. So this will be the T-beam. Okay. So in this T-beam, this particular width will be called as BF, okay, and this will be your depth of the flange, okay, and this will be your width of the web, and the next, this will be the overall depth of the member, and the next, and this will be area of tensile steel, AST, okay. So these are all the data they have been given, okay, and let me call this as D dash, okay. So now let me go ahead with the problem. Now first let me, or the aim of the problem is to calculate ultimate moment of resistance. Am I right? The aim of a problem is to calculate the ultimate moment of resistance. So when you want to calculate the ultimate moment of resistance, first thing we need to decide whether it is under reinforced section or over reinforced section, because we have been learnt in the last session, when you go in to calculate the ultimate moment of resistance, first we need to decide the section. Based upon that section, we are going to use a formula G2.2 and G2.2.1, okay, page number 96 and 97 of IS 456. Is it clear? So for that, let me decide the section. Okay. So first step is, step number 1 is depth of neutral axis. Depth of neutral axis. So while getting a depth of neutral axis, okay, the very first thing is we need to write down a statement here is assume neutral axis lies within the flange. So with this statement I am going to start the analysis, okay, or I am going to calculate the depth of a neutral axis. I am going to assume initially that neutral axis lies within the flange. So now I am going to check whether my condition or whatever the condition have been written, whether it holds good or not. Whether it holds good or not. Okay, for that you know already as per Annex G 1.1a page 96 of IS 456 2000, XU by D is equal to 0.87 Fy into AST divided by 0.36 into FCK into B into D. Okay, or else you can also write down, okay, you can also write down XU is equal to 0.87 Fy AST divided by 0.36 FCKB, because D and D has been cancelled. You can retain that formula also, but only thing is you need to substitute the D values and finally we need to arrive with the XU. Okay. So now I have been written the formula. So just like what we did in the last problem, in the last session, The same thing I am going to write here is BF. Why BF? Because I have assumed the neutral axis is lying within the flange. That means I am going to consider the width of a flange. Is it clear? Fine. So let us substitute all the data. 0.87 into 415 into AST is 2455 divided by 0.36 into 20 into 1500 millimeter. So this is the substitution I have been done. Please cross verify once whether you have substituted properly or not. Next, the answer you are going to obtain here is okay, let me do one thing. So we have been solved all the grade of concrete as 20. Okay, we have been solved as a 20. Okay, let me go with this one more data, that is, let me go with 15 Newton per millimeter square. So we will solve this problem with 15 Newton per. So but anyway, this grade cannot be used practically, but theoretically I am going to make you, okay, just I am changing my data, okay, because we have been solved so many problems with 2415. So let us slightly, I am going to change the data because you need to observe in the examination. So that's why purposely I have been changed the data, that is M15 grade, okay. So with this, the answer will be 109.42 millimeter, 109.42 millimeter, okay. So this XU, now let us check whether the calculated XU is greater than DF or less than DF. So now you can see the depth of the flange is 100 millimeter, but XU is 109. That means XU is greater than DF. Assumption is wrong. Assumption is wrong or does not hold good. So assumption has been failed. I cannot go ahead with a further by using this XU value. So now let us go with the recalculation of XU. Recalculate the value of XU. Okay. So how to recalculate? First write down the statement. Assuming neutral axis lies outside the flange. So now I am changing my condition or statement in such a way that the neutral axis is lying outside the flange. Initially I have been assumed within the flange, the condition has been failed. Okay, the condition has been failed. Okay. Next I will go with a further recalculation of XU, that is assuming neutral axis lies outside the flange. Okay, we are going to use the same formula which we have been used in the last class. C1 plus C2 is equal to T. C1 plus C2 is equal to T. So I am going to substitute here. Okay, or write down the formula. 0.36 FCK into BW. Okay, BW into XU plus 0.45 FCK into BF minus BW into DF. 0.45 FCK BF minus BW into DF equal to 0.87 FY into AST. So this is the problem, this is the formula, okay, we are going to use to recalculate the value of XU. So let us substitute one by one, okay, let us substitute one by one, okay. That is 0.36 into, please be careful, grade of concrete has been changed to 15. So 15 into BW, width of the web or rib is 300 into XU plus 0.45 into 15 into BF value is 1500 minus BW 300 into overall depth of a flange, depth of a flange is 100 millimeter equal to 0.87 into 415 into AST value is 2455. Okay, so now let us calculate the XU value. So let me recheck once. 0.36 into 15 into BW is 300 into XU plus 0.45 into 15 into BF 1500 minus 300 into 100. Okay, that is DF equal to 0.87 into FI into AST. So like this we need to recheck. So whether you have substituted the quantities properly or not. Okay, so this workouts to be, or the calculated value of this is 47.14 millimeter. 47.14 millimeter. So now, check. Now, I have assumed a condition that the neutral axis will lie outside the flange. But whatever the answer have been obtained is lesser than DF. Once again, my assumption has failed. Assumption has failed. Correct? See, in the step number 1, I assume lies within the flange, but I got more than DF. Once again, I may change my condition. I have used the formula. It will lie outside the flange, but I have obtained or arrived with the answer of lesser than DF. Okay. So next, let us recalculate the value once again. Recalculate the value of XU once again with the same condition, that is assuming neutral axis lies outside the flange. Okay, so this is what the speciality of this problem. In the last session, we have arrived in the second step itself, that is XU greater than DF, and the assumption was right. But in this particular problem, whatever the assumption you have been made in the recalculation of XU, once again the condition has been failed. Is it clear? So under these circumstances, how to go ahead? Once again I will recalculate the value of XU by assuming the neutral axis lies outside the flange. Is it clear? So once again substitute the parameter. The only change in the formula is, write down 0.36 into FCK into BWO into XO plus 0.45 FCK into BF minus BWO. Instead of depth of the flange, it will be YF. That is the only change in the formula, equal to 0.87 into FY into AST. Okay, so this is the formula where YF equal to, okay, so this formula is there in the, okay, IS 456 Annex 2.2.1, you can see the formula. So that YF value is equal to 0.15 XU plus 0.65 DF. Okay, so this you need to substitute over there. Let us rearrange the formula. BWO into XU plus 0.45 FCK into BF minus BWO into YF value is 0.15 XU plus 0.65 DF equal to 0.87 into FY into AST. So this is what the formula. So next, substitute all the parameters. 0.36 into 15 into BW is 300 into XU plus 0.45 into 15 into 1500 minus 300. Okay, multiply by, you retain the 0.15 XU as it is, and then 0.65 into 100, which will be equal to 0.87 into 415 into 2455. So solve this. Okay, obtain this parameter, that is 1200, multiply this value to the each parameters, that is 0.15 XU into this, and then this value into 0.65 into 100. Okay, so you will be arriving with the XU value. Okay, so by solving this, you are going to get the value of XU is equal to 126.94 millimeter. 126.94 millimeter. So that means it will be greater than DF. Write down the statement here. The assumption is correct or holds good. That means whatever the assumption have been made, okay, that assumption is correct or it holds good. Is it clear? So like this we need to calculate the value of XU, okay, till whatever the condition you have been made, till it gets satisfies. Till it gets satisfies. Is it clear? Fine. So next, let us go with the XU max. XU max. So calculate the value of XU max. Step number 4. Because you came to know the XU value now, calculate the value of XU max. How to calculate the XU max value? XU max by D is equal to, for Fe415 steel it will be 0.48. Cross multiply once again. So this condition holds good for Fe415 steel. Fe415 steel. So XU max equal to 0.48 into, okay, 0.48 into effective depth. So you don't know what is effective depth. That is, effective depth is equal to overall depth minus effective cover. That is 600 minus effective cover is 40. So this works out to be 560. Okay. So into 560. So this will be 268.80. 268.80 millimeter. So now you can compare. Whether XU is lesser than XU max or XU greater than XU max. Now you can see XU is lesser than XU max, which implies the section is under reinforced. The section is under reinforced. Is it clear? The section is under reinforced. Okay. So now for under reinforced section, how to go ahead with the moment of resistance? Okay, let us calculate that. Okay, step number 5, that is moment of resistance. Okay, so how to calculate the moment of resistance? So now we have decided under reinforced section. So now we need to check the two cases, whether the DF by XU value is lesser than or equal to 0.43 or DF by XU value greater than 0.43. So that is DF by XU value, okay, that is 100 divided by 126.94. 100 divided by 126.94, that is 0.78 greater than 0.43. Okay, that means now I need to go ahead with which equation? Use G 2.2.1 equation. Use G 2.2.1 equation. If it is lesser than equal to 0.43, then would have used equation of G 2.2, page 96 of IS 456. Okay, so you can refer that. So therefore, mu is equal to 0.36 xu by d into 1 minus 0.42 xu by d, 1 minus 0.42 xu by d into FCK BW d square, FCK BW d square plus 0.45 into FCK, 0.45 into FCK into BF minus BW into YF, please note down YF, okay, into D minus YF by 2, D minus YF by 2. So this is the formula once again where YF equal to 0.15 XU plus 0.65 DF. Substitute this. So you already know the XU value, okay, that is 0.15 into, now which XU you are going to substitute? The correct XU value, that is 126.94 into 126.94 plus 0.65 into 100. So that is YF equal to 84.04 millimeter. 84.04 millimeter. Okay, and the condition clearly they have been specified, should not be greater than depth of the flange. So this is the condition we need to check. Okay, so whatever the YF have been calculated, so that should not exceed the depth of the flange. The condition holds good. The condition holds good. So now substitute all the quantities in that required equation. So that is you can see mu is equal to, okay, 0.36, okay, into, okay, XU by D value you can substitute directly, okay, that is XU value is 126.94 divided by 560, or you can obtain and substitute 1 minus 0.42, okay, if you do 126.94 by 560 you are going to obtain 0.23, so I will directly substitute 0.23 into FCK is 15 into BW is 300 into 560 square plus 0.45 into 15 into 1500 minus 300 into YF is 84.04, okay, into effective depth is 560 minus 84.04 divided by 2. Okay. So like this we need to substitute and we need to recheck once whether I have been substituted properly or not. Okay, after rechecking, okay, work out in the calculator and we are going to arrive with the answer, that is our ultimate moment of resistance equal to 458.16 kilonewton meter. 458.16 kilonewton meter, or you are going to obtain 458.16 10 to the power of 6 Newton millimeter. So this is the answer you are going to obtain, okay, when you are going to substitute this. Okay, is it clear? Hope you have understood properly. Okay, I will repeat once. So in the given problem, so first we need to decide the section. How to decide the section? The section can be decided by comparing XU and XU max. Hence, I will go ahead with the first step, that is step number 1, calculating the depth of neutral axis, that is XU. I have calculated the XU value. How? First I am going to assume that the neutral axis will lie within the flange, but the condition has been failed. Next I will recalculate the value of XU. So by assuming that the neutral axis lies outside the flange or within the web, once again the condition has been failed or assumption is wrong. Then again I am going to recalculate the value of XU with slight modification, that is the DF value has been replaced by YF. Okay. Once again I have been recalculated the value of XU by assuming that the neutral axis lies outside the flange. Is it clear? So then I have been arrived with the XU value, then XU max we are going to calculate. After calculating XU max, compare XU and XU max and decide the section based upon the section, use a formula. Now it is underreinforced. For underreinforced section, you need to decide whether the df by xu value is lesser than or equal to 0.43 or greater than 0.43. If it is df by xu lesser than or equal to 0.43, use G 2.2 equation, page number 96 of IS 456. But is in this case, it is df by xu greater than 0.43. Hence, I am going to use G 2.2.1 equation. So, this is the equation I have been used, and finally, I have been calculated the ultimate moment of resistance. Hope the concept has been clarified. So, this is regarding your flanged sections. Okay, so hope the concept has been clarified properly. We have been learned what is flanged section. Okay, then we have come across with a 3 different cases problem or analysis. Okay, so with this I am going to conclude the flanged sections. Okay, thank you.